Hello friends, and welcome back to our daily women's devotional, I Am Loved, edited by Carolyn Rathbun-Sutton. Today is September 2nd, and the title of our devotional is Mindmills, Source of Life, written by Lynn Walk Sandy. The Bible verse is found in Psalms chapter 36, verse 9. For with thee is the fountain of life. Lynn writes, I've always liked old farm windmills. There's just something about them that catches my attention. With my interest in photography, the old windmill just falls into place as a personal favorite. When driving out in the countryside of Australia, I can see the old windmills everywhere. Unfortunately, some are in a very sad state, but there are those that are still working. Windmills are still an economical solution to water pumping in many regions. They supply water to livestock and people on many farms and outback stations. The water is often pumped from the ground into storage tanks that provide a gravity feed to a trough for drinking. Many gallons can be pumped into just an hour from the windmill with its massive blades that harness the wind. In the Bible, we read of a number of places where wells are mentioned. The drawing of water from within the earth was necessary to sustain both people and their animals, and it was at a well where a woman learned a lesson that changed her life. The story of the woman at the well is in John chapter 4, verse 4 through 42. In this story, Jesus drew a comparison between natural springs of water and spiritual water. This encounter had a far-reaching result, for many came to believe in Jesus. Within this passage, Jesus says, Whoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again, but whoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. These are verses 13 and 14. There's a downside to wells and windmills. Wells can dry up, and in the hottest times of the year, there can be a lack of wind for windmills. Often storage systems may not be able to supply drinking water needed by man and beast. Water carting may be needed. It's a great sight to gaze out to a trough lined with a cattle or a sheep, and often accompanied by kangaroos and a multitude of birds. In Psalms 104, verses 10 through 12, we read, He sendeth the springs into the valleys, which run among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild asses quench their thirst. By then shall the fowls of the heaven have their habitation. That passage gives a picture of refreshment and life to the thirsty. The wonderful knowledge of Jesus and his living water gives a picture of refreshment and salvation. Let's drink deeply of that water. Lynn Walk Sandy lives in Adelaide, South Australia. She has worked as a grief counselor and has played the pipe organ for many years, and she loves church music, choir work, and playing the hand chimes. She enjoys nature, photography, and caravanning around outback Australia with her husband Keith and serving where they are needed. She is the mother of 4, grandmother of 9, and great-grandmother of 5. We have to remember that whatever we may need, whether to drink or to eat, or where we're going to live or what we're going to wear, God will always provide. The devotional talked about the wells and the windmills, and sometimes they stop working. And sometimes they dry out. So let's remember not to rely on our own providence, but to rely on God, because He's the sustainer of life. I hope that you're blessed, you enjoyed today's devotional, and I will see you again tomorrow.